Hello and welcome to my reflection presentation. My name is Destiny and I wanted to give you a brief introduction about myself. I am currently in the CSPA program and I plan to graduate in May 2023, so I'm super excited in preparation of finding a job and graduating. I graduated ISU in 2020 with my bachelor's in science in psychology. And during my time at ISU while I was an undergrad, I really enjoyed my experiences that I was involved in. And that really led me to wanting to work more with a college student population and also work in a university setting as well. After some digging, I found this program and here we are. My graduate assistantship is at Harlan Community College. It's my second year there. And I am in the Student Engagement Office where I'm the advisor of the Harlan Activities Committee. I advise student leaders. We put on a bunch of programs for students. We want them to feel engaged when they come to campus. And I think we really fostered a community to do that. The summer practicum, I worked at the University of Illinois, Urbana-Champaign, and I was a career coach there. My time there was spent working with students on their career goals one-on-one. When was I able to help students? It helped myself in terms of identifying career goals and job preparation skills as well. As I worked at a big school like U of I and with international students, and at Heartland I work with community college students and student leaders, I really wanted to challenge myself and do a population that I wasn't familiar with, which was student athletics. So I did my fall practicum at the Athletic Study Center here at Illinois State University. A part of our practicum experience was to sit down with our supervisor and discuss goals and objectives that align with ACPA and NASPA's professional competencies. Competencies are there to help student affairs educators in order to succeed within the current higher education environment as well as future endeavors that we choose. The first competency I chose to focus on was leadership. I really wanted to understand the study center's mission and values while also working with the student one-on-one, having those critical conversations that would help me with my practice of improving leadership skills and also applying them towards students' success. The second competency that I chose to focus on was advising and supporting. I wanted to become more knowledgeable in the skills to provide support and guidance to my students. I participated in the trainings provided by the Athletic Studies Center, listened in on advising appointments, asked questions, and I also got that first-hand experience advising the students. Last competency that I chose to work on was technology. I wanted to become fluent in the technology used in providing guidance to the students. I had to become familiar with online resources that often were used in appointments to provide services to students in an efficient and effective time manner, also becoming organized with the weekly agendas. My time spent in practicum was filled with a bunch of support. As pictured, Ariel, who's also in the CSPA program with me and in my cohort, had really helped me transition smoothly into my role. She was also the one that referred me to her supervisor to get this practicum role, so I'm very thankful for that. Moving on to the next picture, this is where I spent most of my time. This is where I met with students and had those one-on-one conversations. I met with them, we went over classes that they were taking, their grades, what upcoming assignments were coming up, and if they were struggling, we set up those resources that they can use, for example, tutoring and going to the Visor Center. I like that they have this food station set up right when you walk in. A lot of students that are coming in are maybe coming from practice, training, so I'm glad that they have this resource to help fuel their body and fuel their mind in coming in and having those conversations. And this came in handy too when I forgot to pack a lunch. As you can see in the upcoming pictures, I really enjoyed the open door policy they had. Having that open door policy ensured that students were comfortable coming in whenever they wanted to and having that access to you. Not only was it great for the students, but it was also great for me and the people that I worked around. We all had our doors open, so it was nice to have that work environment that was very professional but also very friendly, and they were always open to having conversations with me and making me feel welcomed, and I really appreciated that aspect of the role. Of course, if a student needed their privacy or we needed to get work done, we would shut the door. My favorite parts of the practicum was getting close to the people that I was working with. Whether it was running the homecoming 5K or going to a football game, they really made me feel included. Practicum opened my eyes in the sense of looking for a future career, I really want a work environment that makes me feel like I'm a part of their team. I was working at the practicum. I also was going back and forth to my graduate assistantship at Heartland. And from my practicum, I was using some of the skills that I learned from there and applying it to my graduate assistantship. I think a skill that I gained working at my practicum was getting to know the students individually and creating different conversations around their academics and their future goals and what they want to do professionally. And I was applying that to the student leaders here in the picture. That's what I really like about this program, is that they offer you so many experiences. And I worked with about 10 student athletes, all freshmen, and I felt like I really made an impact on them on their first year. Also, having the opportunity to make connections with so many people in higher ed, like shown in the picture above, is very useful moving forward in my career. As for the future, I felt like this practicum and all my experiences before have really shown me that I miss my family and I really want to be back by them. And I think I'll be finding a job in the Chicagoland area or somewhere up north where I can be close to them. All of these wonderful experiences have really just opened my eyes and shown me that I can do a lot with this degree. Even if I don't stay in higher ed, I have built so much skills and so much experience that I feel like I would be successful anywhere I go.